morning. As I'm sure you saw by looking at the thumbnail and the title of this video, I have decided that I'm going to be racing Waco 70.3 this year. And that's something that I'm really excited about. I haven't raced that race before. And in fact, I haven't even raced a Ironman branded 70.3. I've done a half distance before, but it was a local event. It wasn't an Ironman brand. And so I'm excited about that. They always do a phenomenal job with their races. I wanted to go ahead and put this video out there because I know a lot of people race Waco 70.3. And as I was looking on YouTube, I didn't see a whole lot of training videos and content around Waco. And so I thought it'd be kind of neat to start kind of a training vlog leading up to that race. And I don't know, maybe even build a little bit of a community around it. For those of you who are planning on doing the race, I'd love to hear from you if you've ever done the race before. Maybe what are some tips that you might give a first timer at that course, as well as what do you love about the race? If you've done it before, why is it that you've chosen to do it again? For me personally, I've been kind of going through a little bit of a difficult time recently with severe sinus infection and ear infection. Messing with my equilibrium has been making it really hard for me to be able to train, but I think I'm finally over that. And this week is all about just getting back to movement, not really a whole lot of training. I've got a 30-minute run all in zone 2 that I'll be doing here in a little bit. But this week isn't going to be a lot of intense training. It's just getting back to movement and getting ready to train starting next week. I'm excited to get back to training. It's been a little while now since I've had some consistent training. My last triathlon was actually kind of devastating for me, to be honest, because it was Ironman Florida in 2023. And if you've watched my other video about my first Ironman, I did Ironman Florida in 2020 and became an Ironman, fulfilled that bucket list, that lifelong dream. And I had decided that I had finished the longest distance. And so I no longer was real excited about just finishing races. But I didn't want to sign up for races unless I felt like I could compete, like I could improve, I could beat my former self at least. And I really expected to do that this last year at Ironman Florida. But I broke my foot before the race began, a few weeks before the race. And so I wasn't able to run the last several weeks of training, and I decided to go ahead and race. And I had a lifetime best swim for me. And then on my way to transition 1 from the swim, I felt a pop in my foot, and it made my foot swell, and I was in a crazy amount of pain. By about mile 60 on the bike, I couldn't hold down any nutrition anymore. The pain was too intense. And finally, by mile 8 of the run, I was pulled by the medical staff and my race was over. And so that was devastating to me because the run has always been my weakest part of the race. And I had really felt like I had made some improvements and that I was ready to show off that I was a triathlete, that I could do more than just ride the bike and do decent on the swim, but that I could run also. And that opportunity was kind of taken away from me. So I say that to say that I'm hungry. I'm hungry for improvement, and I'm hungry for the opportunity to show that I can do more than just swim and bike. I'm ready to put together a complete race. And so I'm going to be attacking this training with everything that I have. And I'm excited to share it with you. I hope that you'll follow along on this journey as I prepare for what hopefully will be the best race of my life. And I'd love for you to share your training with me if you're doing this race or a similar one. And maybe we can build a good community around this event. I guess the infection is bothering me a little bit more than I thought. I had to go quite a bit slower than normal in order to keep my heart rate down in that zone 2 range, but that's okay. It'll just make next week's and the weeks after that workouts look that much better compared to where I'm starting out today. Anyway, thank you so much for following along. If you are racing Waco, leave me a comment, let me know. I'd love to get to know you a little bit, maybe share some training along the way. And as I said before, if you've raced this race before, let me know what you liked about the race, what you didn't like about the race. Give me a little bit of a heads up on that. And just as always, I want everybody who's watching to always remember that no matter what you're going through in life, it is never too late to give life a second try. I'll see you next time.